30 kilometers outside of Istanbul, and I can see over in the distance on the hill, snaking around. You're the luckiest man alive, Richard. Definitely driving into Toronto. And out. It's just happening now, so. No, Jessica. Well, I think it looks a bit like the Citadel from Game of Thrones. Drove across Bulgaria last night in the dark. Interesting. That when I took the shortcut, when I got detoured in Romania, I went along the road that was windy. It was really raining. Like at this time it was windy, pitch black, and the road was filled with potholes. We cleared the Turkish border about 3 o'clock this morning. We also got fined leaving Hungary because we didn't buy a vignette, which we didn't know anything about. We think he's added a bit to his price since the vignette cost 13 euros, and he fined us 130, give us a receipt for 30. But I go down to say 180 to begin with. Tried to have a kebab instead. Too early. It's not 10 in the morning. Quite nice. No military junta on the street. drove into Budapest. Siglad Boulevard over a hill, into a parking space, no problem. I took the car out, I had to go there. So one-way systems across tram lines, around everything, up to suburbs. There's nothing else. I'm going to make sure he's the one that's driving into Rome. Although how can it be worse than Istanbul? I think we will find out. Let's have another shout for 5 days. So, Asian gentlemen what you're doing because we're idiots and forgot to buy some.
Making a funnel so we can refuel our car. But otherwise, we're just going to pour petrol all over the floor. So yeah.
Do you want to do Neil from Art Attack style, how to do it? What do you need at home to make one?
I never watched Art Attack, so I literally can't help you. I don't know. We need a plastic bottle and a knife.
No, we're going to put that on the thingy. The fuel hose thing.
Yeah, I know. Just check.
So the bottle needs to fit into that. Basically, we're going to cut the end off the Pepsi bottle. Do like that, as our lovely assistant is demonstrating. And then that'll go into the car, because that's what that is supposed to do. We've also pulled to like the end of the service station, because in some countries you're not allowed to do this in public places in case you kill people. Do not want as much as possible, and then it'll fill up and drain.
No, then we don't have everything overflow. That's the way we definitely end up with fuel all over the road.
And?
Literally, half a litre of fuel all over the road. Or you.
But we've got less than 20...
When it comes to cooking, that would be brilliant. Let's just light the fire.
All of this is going to fit though, because we've got more than the fuel tank nearly empty, and it's 40 litres, and these are 20 litre tanks, so they all fit.
Yeah, but that means it's not going to overflow. We'd be filling it with 33 litres every time.
Yeah. But we've been
40 litres.
Well, we're only putting 20 in. We're only putting 20 in. We're only putting 20 in.
Well, that's not half the massive bottle. Fill it as in one.
But you can't add more. If you take it off.
If I'm wrong, we'll stop between now and around and buy another Pepsi bottle and do it again. For the sake of 1 litre, which is about 30 cents.
Well, you're paying. Opportunity while the car's stationary to show you some of the lovely messages we've had on the way. Good luck from Romania. I have no idea how to pronounce that place, but it says from. This is a kid that we met at the Bulgarian service station at about 2 in the morning. Decided to follow us on Facebook, which is nice. This is from when the Hampshire police called the armed police on us because they thought we were a mobile bomb, because the jerry cans at the back with the wires to their patrol looked like a mobile bomb, pretty much. Share one of our charities. As did the police officer from when we got boxed off the road. This one is Romanian border guard. How are we going to dry it in this weather? That's Carl's moustache. She's in a white house with a girl, obviously. This is from Dover, a family we were next to that said they're really big fans of The Long Way Round, and that they'd been to Diggerland, so that was their favourite sticker. This is from Romanian Turkish lorry driver at that 2 a.m. Bulgaria service station. So he bought us some pints and just kept saying, England, super, super. Who else we got? Dover again. This is the Port of Dover, and decided to write boom on the car. That one is the book that booked us onto the ferry at Dover. Alzheimer's Research, one of our other charities. One of the other rally teams wanted to stick that on, so we let them because we're lovely people. This is one of my favourite ones. This is from the Turkish border guard. Good luck for Turkish men. These are our rally name stickers. Richard, obviously, me, Zoe, kindly sponsors us enough money to get our money on the car, and Matt is one of our friends who killed himself at the start of this year. One of my other friends did the same thing that Zoe did, and then just asked for it to be in memory of Matt. That's from Dover again, kids, ma'am. The other Dover guy who liked the cricket bat in the back and then wrote that, and then the other ones are behind the jerry can. We got lost and took a wrong turn. We ended up in a mountain pass in Turkey. Richard's over there on that bridge, being all red as if the lost ark. 4:45 in the morning. We should have been at the border by now. We get up around 12. Huh? Alright.
If it is possible, it is done. If it is impossible, it will be done.